my guys over here. Clearly looks like a good day to do some grounding. If you were on my meditation before this, you kind of know my stance on that today as well. If not, we will take some time to do just that at the start. So welcome to our hot flow, or I guess it's not really a hot flow, it's a power flow. Welcome to our power flow. I'm Laura. We got Lauren over here. We got Colin, and it could be hot. You know, you could be running a heater at home, or maybe you're just going to generate all kinds of good heat from the inside. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose. We can ground from there. Like as much of your body connected to the ground as possible. Here at the beginning, I was sharing in my meditation before this about how like it's this really windy day outside and the wind is gusty, and I went for a drive and it was just rattling me inside of my car that was also getting rattled and shook and shaken. And so what a perfect day, what a perfect opportunity to bring balance by working the opposite, by getting grounded and connected to here and now, the space that you are in. And so feel free to make any little shifts in your child's pose that you need to make, whether it's knees a little wider or your arms a little wider. You can explore palms down versus palms face up. But you'll just take a breath in through your nose. And if you like, open your mouth and kind of sigh it out, let it clear. And for these first few breaths here, nothing to do, nothing to hold up, nothing to make happen. Just let the weight of your body settle down towards the ground. Let your awareness settle into those spaces where your body meets the earth and the earth meets your body. Relax into those places of connection and support. And if it serves in your mind's eye, you might even envision like that system of roots or golden threads of connection extending down into the ground. And start to breathe in and out through your nose, Ujjayi breath. And as supported and connected as you are to solid ground, let there be from that feel of connection of fluidity to your breath, like a natural movement, ebb and flow. And thus along with it, a natural fluidity to the whole of your body. Let your shoulders kind of soften, your jaw slacken. Feel how your rib cage moves and expands every single breath. And stretch your arms out long in your child's pose. You can even spider tip your fingers and kind of really press into the ground. And take a breath in through your nose. Open your mouth if you like, sigh it out. You'll come into a downward facing dog by grounding your hands and tucking your toes to lift your hips up into the air. And really play with this notion, this idea of like when you are grounded, when you have that support from beneath you, there can be this quality of just easy movement. And so that might look like pedaling out your feet or swaying your hips, kind of shifting your ankles around, maybe shaking your head a little, yes and no. And just kind of checking in, especially with those secondary joints, your knees, your elbows, those places that can get rigid or locked out. And think about it more like that tree in the breeze. If you were to look at like its branches, they tend to move a little bit. They're not completely rigid, right? There is that quality of elasticity. And so let your breath continue deepening. And in the deepening of your breath, see what you can do here in your down dog in the terms of just creating extension for your breath to flow a little more fully. Yeah, I love these guys. Like, you got active toes, you got active fingers, just like those roots extending down into the ground. And as you breathe in, welcome to rock forward into a tabletop or a high plank. You decide whether your knees are up or down on the ground. And as you exhale, just press back into your downward facing dog. Take a few like that. So traveling with your inhale forward, shoulders over wrists. And traveling along your exhale, hips high, downward facing. And just a few more. You're welcome to close your eyes if that helps you feel more deeply connected to body and to breath. And if your eyes are open, just let them track really steadily, point to point. About 3 more. Always welcome to play with lifting a foot or even coming onto your fingertips here, starting to play with that support that you are generating beneath you and within you. Colin's adding a back bend and upward facing dog. Like, take the stretches that call. 2 more. And this last one, we're just going to meet in that plank. It can be knees up or down. You decide how much ground support is going to help you out. And in your high plank position, knees up or down. Get soft for your elbows. Pull up, right in Uddiyana Bandha, your core. Take an inhale and shift forward just a little bit. And lower slowly all the way down to the ground. And on the ground, like, take that moment just to kind of drop into the ground, like reacquaint yourself. And then you choose whether it's a cobra or locust today. So cobra is hands by your shoulders like Lauren's doing here, Colin's doing it too. Locust could be your arms reaching forward or back along your sides. Yeah, either way, let your shoulders melt down your back and invite the lift to occur from that pulling up and in of your belly. Take about 2 more breaths here in your lift. Yeah, unclenching your jaw, inviting that flow. And then on your exhale, lower back down to the ground. Good, take 3 more lifts. It could be cobra pose or locust. Moving on the inhale up, and then lowering on your exhale back to ground. You can always play with lifting your thighs or your toes. Two more. This last one we will meet in the lift. So again, you choose cobra or locust pose. And your relationship to the ground matters a lot here. So whatever's touching it, do keep pressing down, but kind of create that little hollow belly, like pulling up and away, right in through your ribs. And then just see, like, could you lift like 1 finger? If you got like 10 fingers on the ground, turn it into 9, right? Or like maybe just 1 of your feet if you got 2 feet down. And just keep playing with that lift, 3 more breaths. Maybe you start to reach your arms back or reach your arms forward. Take bow pose like Lauren's doing here if you're feeling a little more bendy today, a little more stretchy. Take 1 more breath. Then lower down to the ground. Tuck your toes, bend your knees to downward dog. So press right up and back by pulling in through core. Great, guys. Take a breath in through your nose. And if you want, you can open your mouth, stick your tongue out. And then feet to your hands, whoever they've got to get there today. Take a moment just to drop your head to dangle or sway. Kind of keep shaking off your day. But really present here to where you've planted your feet. And know that the wider apart your feet are, the more stable you will feel, right? Like wider root system. And the more narrow your feet, probably the more you're gonna have to hug in, right, left to right, front to back, right into center. And so release any bind that you have and take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Hands to shins, floor or blocks. And as you exhale, fold right down your legs, hollow your belly. Rise all the way up to stand, reach out and up. And even as you reach up, you're pressing into your feet. And bow forward over your legs as you exhale, right back down. Take a halfway lift with your inhale, hands to shins or floor. You'll take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, or all the way back down to the floor. And as you inhale, lift your chest, up dog, cobra, or locust. Downward facing dog with your out breath. And knowing that your down dog at any point can also be a child's pose if you're finding that you need to kind of return to ground. Create it more like that opportunity to reset. Then moving on your breath, with an inhale, heels high. With your exhale, hollow your belly, look forward. Step or spring to your thumbs. Lengthen as you inhale. And fold as you exhale, getting empty. And root and rise, sweep out and up, let your whole breath take you there. Then fold forward, follow the empty down. Lengthen along your inhale. And then you take your flow, high to low push-up or all the way to the ground. You can always put your knees down. Heart up is your inhale in some manner. And then hips high, your exhale. Take however many breaths you need to take in your downward facing dog or child's pose. And then you'll make your way to the top of your mat and take 3 more rounds. Sun salutes or Surya Namaskar. And of course, these just a framework for you to work within, maybe to expand upon if you feel like jumping forward or jumping back. If you feel like throwing in a little flourish, whether it's a lift of your heels or a crow or a handstand. Right? But connection, what we're after here. Body, breath, mind, earth and sky, everything in between. And just moving at the pace that your breath sets. Ujjayi. And it's okay if your mind gets distracted or busy. Just keep using what's here, right? Like that feel of earth beneath you, that sound, that rhythm of your breath within you. What you see with your eyes, what you hear with your ears. All right here. Good, guys. Last round. Take your time with it. Move at your own pace. Absolutely no hurry, no rush. When you do finish your 3rd round, Surya Namaskar, sun salutes, choose a shape in which you can really create this feel of connection to ground so that you can start to lift from it. And remembering this quality of a tree, right, that doesn't get knocked over by the wind, because it's not rigid, right, like, but rooted and connected so you can be free and fluid. Like breath complete. 5 more. Yeah, I love it. Lauren's flowing a little bit with her breath, starting to play with that quality of movement that comes from stability and support. Yeah, transforming the shape as you feel called. You'll take your final breath, move through your vinyasa, however you gotta flow. Cool. And we'll meet in mountain pose at the top of the mat, however you need to get there. In your mountain pose, hands apart or hands at sides. Right here, feet together or hips width, you decide. Right, lift your toes, stretch them out, and then replant them down onto the ground. Okay, so here from mountain pose, at the top of your mat, you're gonna take your right foot up into tree pose. Right foot on your left leg in some manner. You can start with hands at heart if you like. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up into the air. And just keep looking for this balanced action, right? Like letting your breath continue moving through you, expanding through you, while you press your standing foot into the ground. Take 1 more inhale. And now as you exhale, 2 feet to the ground, fold forward. Soften your knees, drop right in. Good. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. And step your left foot back into a lunge. Back knee up or down, you decide today. How many pieces of connection to the ground is gonna serve you? When you're ready, lift your heart. It can also be your arms. It could be low lunge, Anjaneyasana. It could be a high lunge, high crescent. Right, but from ground, like extension upward. Yeah. Good, take 1 more inhale. And then to down dog as you exhale. Plant your hands, step your feet cleanly back. From your down dog, you'll take a vinyasa. High plank as you breathe in. Good, lower halfway or all the way. Lift up your heart as you breathe in. And downward facing dog, reset. Set your eyes, drop your head, breath flow. From down dog, take your right leg up into the air, up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then just go ahead and bend your knee for the briefest of moments. Like first time here today, just kind of roll your hip open, take any free movement that calls. As you inhale, re-straighten your leg, toes high. And now as you exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest, runner's lunge, back knee up or down, right foot plants. On the inhale, you choose. Maybe hands stay down or arms rise up either way. Lift up through your chest. Yeah, soften where you can. Remember your support comes from below and within. No need to have to reach for it. Take one more inhale. And then fold forward at the top of your mat. So hands down if they're lifted, step in, drop in. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. And now here's the thing, as you go to reach up, take your right foot with you back into tree pose, right where you started. Right foot goes back up. Set your eyes. And then mountain pose, hands to heart or side, step down, 2 feet to the ground. Take a breath in through your nose. If you gotta open your mouth, do what you gotta do. Then we'll take the other side. So your left foot's gonna rise up into tree pose. And it's okay if right now you're using your hand and all this stuff, because you wanna be all right, this is my tree. I know my tree, working from where I am, but don't get too attached to doing it that way. Just a little disclaimer. Take a breath in as you are. And then as you exhale, 2 feet to the floor, fold forward. Drop in, soften your knees. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in, and you'll step your right foot back this time into a lunge. Back knee up or down. And then you choose, right, arms up or down. You can also work with hands on blocks. But let there be this extension, a lift in your sides, a lift in your spine, so you can breathe a little more freely. Take one more inhale, and then to downward dog. So plant your hands, pick up your foot, take it back, a vinyasa. As you inhale, plank or table. As you exhale, lower, halfway or all the way. Heart up, get to fill your lungs. Down dog, get to empty them. Left leg high. Bend your knee, stack your hip, couple breaths just to open. Stay connected to core. Yeah, as you inhale, re-straighten your leg, re-square your hips. And as you exhale, bring knee toward chest, back to your runner's lunge. Left foot plants between your hands. Back knee up or down, you choose. Arms up, right, heart up. Drishti steady on the horizon. Take one more inhale. Then top of your mat forward fold. Plant your hands, step in and bow in. Now as you breathe in and rise up, your left foot's gonna go with you right back into tree pose. Yep, set your eyes, steady as she goes. Mountain pose, step down, hands to heart or sides. Yeah, right here and clear. So now we're gonna put it together one breath at a time, and I would invite you to see what happens if maybe instead of grabbing your foot, it's just gonna be a lift, because it's just gonna be a breath. Whatever happens is gonna happen. So let's try it out. As you inhale, lift your right foot up into tree and reach right up. Good, as you exhale, 2 feet to the floor and you'll fold. And we'll take a halfway lift as you breathe in and step your left foot back into your lunge. As you inhale, reach up, back knee up or down, you get to rise and stretch. Downward facing dog as you exhale, and step. Take your vinyasa, plank as you inhale. Yeah, lower halfway or all the way. Heart up, get to fill your lungs. Down dog, get to empty them. And then right up with your right leg, this inhale. And step it through back into your lunge as you exhale. Good, as you inhale, reach up, stretch from the earth. Forward fold, top of your mat as you exhale. Now as you breathe in and rise, take your right foot back up with you. Tree pose, reach up. Good, mountain pose, 2 feet down, re-ground. Other side, left leg high as you inhale, tree, right up. And as you exhale, feet to floor fold and drop in, let it go. Take a halfway lift, new breath in. Step your right foot back into your lunge, back knee down or up. As you inhale, reach up. Stretch high, downward dog, drop your head, get empty. Take your vinyasa flow, one breath at a time. From your downward facing dog, left leg goes high as you breathe in. And as you exhale, step it right on through into your lunge. With the inhale, heart up, maybe arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Go ahead, take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Take that fold as you breathe out. Your left foot's gonna go with you as you rise up. Deep breath in, tree pose. Mountain pose, feet down to the ground. Right foot up as you breathe in, tree, reach up. Good, fold forward, feet to floor, bow in, get empty. Halfway lift your inhale, left foot goes back, runner's lunge. As you inhale, rise up, reach on purpose. Downward facing dog, get empty, get clear. Take your vinyasa, one breath at a time. Your breath sets the pace. And keep going at your own pace. So your right leg goes up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, step it through into your lunge. On your in-breath, ready to rise, you reach up, maybe you look up. And as you exhale, top of your mat, step and bow. Take the halfway lift as you breathe in. Bow forward as you breathe out. And your right foot's gonna go with you, right back up into tree pose, reach up, maybe even look up. Mountain pose, 2 feet down. Other side, left foot as you inhale goes up into tree. And as you exhale, fold forward, feet to floor, drop in. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Step your right foot back into your lunge. As you inhale, Anjaneyar crescent, reach up. Downward facing, get empty, take your vinyasa, move on purpose. Connected ground, center, and all around. And don't wait for me to cue, right? Follow your breath. It's gonna be your left leg, right? Or whichever leg. Keep flowing on your own, one breath at a time. And just make sure you complete each side. And so like you see my yogis here on their mats, like they've got the flow in their body, they're ready to go. Don't let me hold you back. I'm just here to create a framework for you from which you can create and move and explore. Here or at home. Yeah. Lauren's lifting her heels up, right? Start to challenge your balance. Good. One more time. Make the side that you haven't completed yet. And it's this wonderful practice too in like non-attachment, right? So like instead of like quote unquote sticking a landing or doing the shape the way we always do it, it's just a different way to play today. Like in the span of a single moment, whatever's available is what's available. Just work with it. If you get too caught up, remember you have tools. Your breath, the feel of your body here. After you finish your flow through, you can choose again a shape. Right side up, upside down, anything in between. And to ground and connect, and quite possibly from that connection, to start to rise and expand and extend. Really good, you guys. Worry about left side, right side. I promise you're not going to walk out of here crooked. It's highly unlikely. Just keep bringing your attention back in over and over again. And when you finish each side, right, choose that shape. Maybe it's a lot of your body on the ground if you're feeling kind of shaken and stirred like I was this morning in my car with all that wind kicking things up. Right, but if you're feeling very steady and very clear, like maybe you amp it up a little bit. Colin's got his hands on the floor and his feet in the air. Right? And there's that willingness to fall. Yeah, and then back to the ground is that reset. 5 more of your breaths. If you're on one side, you might change to the opposite side. That's awesome. You just start, seeing what's available. And we'll take a vinyasa after your 5th breath, moving through whatever needs to be moved through. And we're gonna meet in downward facing dog. Down dog, whatever little shakes, whatever little shimmies, whatever you gotta do. And as you breathe in, pick up your heels. As you breathe out, bend your knees. Look at your thumbs, jump between them onto your back. And lie down. If you need a full body stretch, you can take one. A hug of your knees into your chest. Body on the ground, and be grateful for that. Be grateful for that solid ground beneath you that's always with you. Yeah. All right. So go ahead, keep hugging your knees into your chest, and if you're not hugging them, go ahead and hug them in. And in the hug here, just start with your whole back on the ground, start with your head on the ground, but start to pull your ribs and belly away from your thighs. So you want to create hollow here, this deep connection to your core. Wake up your toes, flexed or pointed. Yeah, and then keep your head down on the ground, or go ahead and curl your chest up off of the floor, right? And so one or the other. And notice if you're curling up from your neck or from your head, maybe you lower back down and instead let that pull come from that pull of ribs to hips from your core. Great, and then as you inhale, just extend your right leg out to a hover, however low you want to go. And as you exhale, pull it back in, draw your belly in tighter. As you inhale, left leg extends out to a hover. And as you exhale, pull in, maybe lift a little higher. Keep going at your own breath's pace. And what we're looking to maintain here, Lauren's got this lovely press of the back of her body into the ground. You can kind of see that. She's not losing contact with foundation. Right, so as you work to stoke and strengthen this foundation within you, you want to keep working from the one that's beneath you too. A couple more. Right, if this is feeling rather easy or simple or familiar, you just lower your extended leg closer to the floor. Keep your chest lifted even higher. Good, a few more. Ujjayi. Steady and free. Really nice, guys. 5, 4, good, ribs to hips, curl up and in. 3, good, 2, 1 more. Both knees into your chest. If you need to lower your chest, lower it down for a moment. Relax your jaw, take a moment of rest. Good, and then curl back up. So chest up off of the floor if that's where you're choosing to be. Good, squeeze in, wake up your toes. And now as you inhale, extend both of your legs forward to a hover. And as you exhale, hug your knees right back in. And as you inhale, both legs extend, maybe it's 45 degrees. And as you exhale, bring it back in. Keep going at your own pace. So the lower you lower your legs, it's gonna feel more challenging on your core. Still maintain that press of back body into the floor, even if your chest is lifted. If you need more challenge, you can reach your arms behind you as you extend your legs. Continue maintaining this connection center. Drishti, so very steady and clear. Whatever you're choosing to put your attention on, stay with. About 5 more. Feet alive, feet awake. 4. Good, 3, stay with. Use your breath as fuel. There we go. Yes, guys. 2. Good, 1 more, 1 more. Don't rush it, don't miss it, don't skip it. Draw your knees into your chest, squeeze them in, and then relax it down. Feet to floor, full body stretch. Rock if you need to, side to side. And then hug your knees back up into your chest, start to rock forward, backward, and you'll take a vinyasa. You can jump right through into a crow, swing through into a chaturanga. You can do cat-cows as well. You can do that, like common, pressing up into a handstand, whatever calls. Maybe lingering in your up dog, if that feels like a nice stretch from the front of your body. We're gonna meet mountain pose, top of the mat. And just reacquainting yourself in mountain, right? Like feet to the ground, arms at sides or hands at heart. And right here and clear. Take a breath in through your nose. Maybe open your mouth, clear it out. Good, so we're gonna play with this tree pose thing a little bit more, and I'm just gonna keep reminding you, like, just let it be fluid, don't worry about where your foot goes. So you're gonna stand on your right leg now and bring your left foot up into tree. You see it even eye wobbled, right? So set your eyes, bring your foot in, and then go ahead and reach your arms up into the air, right? Create that extension and lift from your standing foot all the way up to your fingertips. Now here's the thing, set your drishti, hug into your core like you were just doing. Take a breath, and as you exhale, it's gonna be your left foot that goes right back into a runner's lunge. So you put your hands on the ground or your blocks, your left foot's gonna touch down. You set your eyes, good, take a breath. And as you exhale, come right back up. Left foot back into tree pose. As you inhale, you reach up. And then as you exhale, same foot. Left foot goes back, touch it down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, stand right back up. Left foot back in tree. Reach up as you inhale. Left foot goes back, right into your runner's lunge. Touch down, land softly. Take a breath in. As you exhale, right back up. Left foot in tree pose. And inhale to reach up. Do like 2 or 3 more at your own pace. And it's okay if it feels heavy or feels clunky, like whatever it is. Like keep setting your eyes, keep rooting connection, floor and core. That's it, guys. 1 more each way. Really nice. We're gonna meet in that runner's lunge. And left foot to the back of your mat. Back knee up or down. On your next inhale, reach up. High crescent lunge or low lunge. Back knee down if you like. A little more foundation. Really good. Then pick up your chest. Yes, yes. Let there be stretch up. Yeah, take an inhale. Down dog. Plant your hands, step it back. Take your vinyasa. High plank or table on inhale. Low planker all the way down. Hard up with a breath in. And then right back home, downward facing dog. Reset. Good. Take your right leg to the ceiling as you breathe in, right leg high. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your left shoulder across your body. Good. As you inhale, pick up. You can roll your hip open if you'd like to. And as you exhale down the middle, knee to your chest, cheetah pose. Good. As you inhale, pick up. And as you exhale to your right shoulder, high as you can get, connect. Good, kick high as you breathe in. Back to your left shoulder as you breathe out. Good, stay with, kick high, you inhale. Down the middle and exhale. Last time, kick high, breathe in. Bring your right knee to your right shoulder, pause here. And then take your right arm up into the air, side plank tree. Yep, your right knee's already bent. You can hover your foot or connect it to your thigh just like tree. Nice, guys. Yes, and see like Lauren's doing, start to reach your top arm overhead like you might in tree. Keep rooting through your left foot. Good, 1 more breath, and you'll step your right foot to the top of your mat, runner's lunge. High crescent lunge, your inhale, hard up. Arms follow. Back into tree, left foot comes in. Right in, right in, right in. Yes, reach up, maybe look up, take a breath. Mountain pose, step it down. Hands at harder sides. Yeah, ground it out, clear it out. Good news is you get to come off that right leg. So as you inhale, pick up your right foot. Stand on your left leg tree. Off comes the shirt. You reach up high. Set your eyes. And now as you exhale, your right foot's gonna step back into runner's lunge. Let your hands come down, touch down to the earth. Good, take a breath in. And as you exhale, right back up into tree. Right foot right up and in. Reach up as you inhale. And as you exhale, right foot back into your lunge, touch down. Take an inhale from ground. And as you exhale, rise back up tree. Reach high, you inhale. Good, 3 more, you got it. Looks so good, guys. Stay in. Yeah. All right, so you're coming back to ground, so you can kind of pull from the ground. Use that solidity to go with you so you can fly back up. And if you're feeling really stable, really steady, then you start removing pieces of the ground, right? Like you start to trust and rely on that foundation that you carry. Last one each way. Good, guys, we'll meet in that runner's lunge. Right foot back of your mat, touch down. Once you feel steady, solid, high crescent, reach up. Back knee up or down is that reminder. And just keep Keep curious, stay present to like what the needs of the moment are. So you can be in that like fluid and free place, body, breath, mind. Yeah. Take one more inhale. Good, downward facing dog. Step it through, take your vinyasa flow. Really nice. From your downward facing dog, take your left leg up towards the sky with your inhale. And as you exhale, bring it to your right shoulder across your body. As you inhale, kick up. You could roll your hip open if you like. And as you exhale down the middle, to your toes, to your nose. As you inhale, kick up. And as you exhale to left shoulder. Good. As you inhale, kick up. And as you exhale back to the right, right across your body. Two more. As you inhale, kick up. Need a third eye, your exhale, hug in. Good, kick high, breathe it in. To your left shoulder, pause right in that connection, and then pick up your left arm, side plank tree. All right, so tree shape with your legs, with your foot touching your thigh or floating. But lift your chest, reach forward and extend. Yes. Take a breath and step your left foot forward, runner's lunge, top of your mat. High crescent lunge, sweep up. Breathe your breath in. And you'll step right back up, tree pose, right foot in, left foot roots. Reach high, take your inhale, mountain pose, yogi. Step down. Yeah. We're just gonna flow it one time. Let's just see what happens. Take a breath in, clear it out. Standing on your right foot as you breathe in, left foot lifts. Tree pose, you rise right up. And as you exhale, left foot steps back into your runner's lunge. High crescent is your inhale. Reach up, maybe look up. Downward facing dog to your vinyasa flow. Really good, so smooth. Stay in. From your down dog, right leg high, your inhale. To your left shoulder as you exhale. As you breathe in, up you go. As you exhale, down the middle, cheetah. As you inhale, go up. And then as you exhale to your right shoulder, right here, right arm high, side plank tree, reach up, maybe reach overhead. Right foot forward, runner's lunge, top of your mat. Rise into your crescent lunge as you inhale. Left foot into tree pose, step up. Yes, reach high. Mountain pose, ground it out. Right into the other side, as you inhale, right foot lifts, you're in tree on your left leg. As you exhale, step it back, runner's lunge, right foot back of mat. As you inhale, rise to your crescent. Reach up, hug to center. Downward dog, vinyasa, flow it out. And I love like the vinyasa between, like 2 feet, 2 hands on the ground, right? Reconnected. Left leg high, you breathe in. As you exhale to your right shoulder, cross. As you inhale, kick up. And as you exhale, down the middle. As you breathe in, kick high. And to your left shoulder, right into left arm high, side plank tree. Lift it up. Take your gaze up, maybe reach forward. And then step it up, runner's lunge, left foot forward. High crescent, reach up, take a breath in. Right foot into tree. Step it right up. Yes, reach up high. Mountain pose, ground it out. Take a breath into your nose, sigh it out, clear it out, roar it out. Okay, you ready to build on this just a little bit? Yeah, and know that like anything we've done thus far, right, you can like take what you want to take, leave the rest. It's all just a framework for you to play in. And so taking this moment here just to feel 2 feet on the ground, 10 toes. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So, as you breathe in, lift your left leg back up into tree, left foot up and in, you're standing on your right leg. And now from here, as you exhale, you're gonna come into warrior 3. You can keep reaching forward, or you can take your arms back along your sides, airplane pose. Beautiful, guys. Keep your heart lifted. Yes, stay connected, floor and core. Good, one more inhale, high crescent lunge, touch down. Left toes back of mat. Reach up high, back knee up or down. Remember, you get to decide that. And from here, you're gonna turn into a water wheel. So you'll spin your chest to the right, rotate through the central axis of your spine, and see if you can get a little more lifted, like right up. That's it. Good. Take one more breath and bring your left hand to the ground, lunge twist. Firmly planted underneath your left shoulder. Good, now fire up your back leg. Stay firmly planted in your left foot. You probably know where you're going. Take a breath, you're coming into tree side plank. Your right foot's gonna go back. It can touch your thigh, it can hover. Right, chest up high. Yes, take your breath in. Now could you keep your tree as you vinyasa? Maybe. Right, tree plank, tree chaturanga, so cool. Right up dog, three-legged dog, right leg up and back, bend your knee, stack your hip. If you want to flip your dog, be my guest if that would feel nice here. A few breaths just to open. You're doing such good work. Right, stay in, stay connected. Three-legged dogs where we're gonna meet. You're gonna take your right leg back up as you breathe in, extend it into your left shoulder, connect as you exhale. Good, as you inhale, pick up and open if you like. To your nose as you exhale, hug in, you've got this, stay in. Kick high, breathe it in. To your right shoulder, right arm back up, tree side plank, open it up. And Lauren did this on the last time through, and I'm so curious, what if you turn it into rock star pose? Put your right foot behind you. Good, keep the integration in your core, in your center. And then could you turn it back into that tree side plank? Just like pick your right foot back up. Yes, reach up high, right foot to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge, so good guys. High crescent. Reach up, take the inhale. Standing needle pose, hands down, back leg high, fold nose to shin. Couple breaths to drop your head. And then from here, back to tree, left foot comes in, rise on up all the way. Arms to high, heart to high. Take the breath in, mountain pose, step it down. Yeah, new beginning, new leg. Stand on your left leg, lift your right foot up, tree. Yeah, reach up high. Great. Grow your tree, extend it, fill your lungs. Yes, warrior three, reach forward or reach along your sides like airplane. Yeah, and so very present to the space between all 10 toes, all of your ribs. When you're ready, touch down, high crescent. Reach up high. Take your inhale, water wheel to the left, spin your chest. Continue hugging in, hip to hip, right mula, your root lock. Take one more breath. Right hand down, lunge twist. Keep turning through the middle of your spine. Good. Firmly plant your right hand under your shoulder. Take a breath. You're going into side plank tree. Your left foot's going to go back. It might touch your thigh. It might just float. It's a floating tree. Yeah, reach over your head. Take your breath. Maybe vinyasa in your tree, like tree plank, tree chaturanga. Tree up dog, right into your three-legged dog, left leg up and back, bend your knees, stack your hips. If you want to flip, then flip your dog. Right, and this expansion, this growth, this opening is going to come from support, right? A place of stability, connection. Yeah, take one more, three-legged dog, we meet up and over, left leg high, breathe it in. To right shoulder as you exhale, cross. Kick high, fill your lungs. Down the middle, cheetah pose, empty. One more, take it high and fill. To left shoulder, right back, left arm high, tree on its side. Reach it up. Maybe rock star pose, foot behind you, cool. Yeah, and then right back into your tree on its side. Like from your core, draw in, take one more breath. Yes, step left foot forward, runner's lunge. High crescent, rise up. Yes, fill your lungs, standing needle, hands down, head low, back leg high. All 10 toes awake and alive, spark them, yeah. And it's like your feet find purchase, right? Even though they're separated, like you've got one foot on the ground, one foot seeking sky, right? And there's still this action of seeking connection. Take one more breath. Back into tree, right foot comes into left leg, rise right up. Yes, fill your lungs. Oh, to mountain pose, step it down, ground it out. Let's do it one more time. So, as you inhale, left foot comes up, tree. Float it up. Reach up, it's just a breath. Send your left foot back into warrior three. Take an inhale just to extend your spine. Land lightly, crescent lunge, touch down. Take an inhale, sweep up your arms, lift up your heart. Water wheel to the right. Good, left hand down, lunge twist. Take a complete breath in to open. Tree on its side. Use your core to pick up your right foot. Maybe your top arm reaches over your head as you breathe in. A vinyasa in your tree, perhaps. Flow it through. Breathing in your up dog. Three-legged dog, right leg rolls open. You could stay, you could flip your dog. Take whatever calls. This breath, three-legged dog, we're gonna meet. One inhale takes your right leg up. Then to your left shoulder as you exhale, connect. Stay with your breath, kick high and fill. Down the middle, cheetah pose. Good, kick it up and deep inhale. To your right shoulder, tree on its side, here you go. Right arm high, take an inhale. Good, right foot forward. Let's come into warrior two. Up and over. Voila, here you are. Yeah, soften where you can, right? Like trusting your roots, trusting this connection, this feel of support. Reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, reach up, maybe look up. Triangle pose, hinge from your hips. Let your right hand land on your shin or your thigh or a block. You might even just hover your hand. Good, full extension here. Like from your back heel forward through your crown. Maybe your bottom arm floats forward. Yeah, maybe you take a bind, a half bind. It's awesome. Yeah, 3 more of your breaths. Make them good, like purposeful breath. Ujjayi. Good, 1 more. We'll meet in warrior two. You'll rise up, set your eyes peacefully. Reverse your warrior, right arm up and over your head is your inhale. Then pass through warrior two to half moon. So press off your front foot, pick up your back leg. And kind of like all of these side planks, you'll want to be reaching actively, right? All of your fingers, all of your toes. You can turn it into a Topasana bind if you'd like. Yeah, smooth and steady. Great, and then into your standing needle pose. Let your hands come down, let your head drop low. Yes, take an inhale. You know you're going back in a tree, right? Rise up, left foot in, sweep your arms out and up. You could look up, you could fall, and that'd be okay too. Mountain pose, step it down. Yeah, okay. Right foot up tree. Stand on your left leg. Like feel that you're connected everywhere, every pore. Warrior three or airplane pose. Float it back. Give yourself the breath in just to be in your lift. High crescent lunge, touch it down. Good. Rise up into your reach. Take your inhale. Water wheel to the left. Right hand down into your lunge twist. Roots so you can open and fill your lungs. Tree on its side. Left foot goes back into a side plank variation. You get to breathe in and extend. Perhaps vinyasa in your tree just to see what would happen this time. Maybe different from the last time. Left leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend back open. If you want to flip your dog, then flip your dog. If you'd rather stay in the rest, stay in the rest. Left leg goes back up as you breathe in this time. To right shoulder as you exhale. Good, kick it up, fill your lungs, don't miss that. To cheetah, empty them. 1 more, kick high. To left shoulder, left arm high, again you go. Rock star pose, tree on its side. Right, fully connected. Left foot forward, warrior two is where you're headed. Spin your back heel. Rise up, drishti, so steady and clear. Reverse triangle, like press through your feet, create extension. Take it with you, triangle pose, right in. And triangle's one of like my favorite grounding pose, like 3 points of connection. And when you do feel connected, then you start to remove those points just a little bit, right? Heart high, spine long, breath free. Good, Good. Pass through your warrior two. When you're ready, rise up peacefully. Reverse it up as you inhale, left arm high. Into half moon, press through your left foot. That's your root. Open from there. Right leg, right arm. Expand it upward. You can stay. You can take the bind Shavasana. It doesn't matter what you did the last side. Here now. Work with what is. Grow from that space. Right, standing needle pose. Right hand down. Drop your head. Spark your right toes as you inhale. Right foot into tree. Right on up. Root through the left. Good. Reach up. Look up. Mountain pose. Ground it out. Here at the top. Like stand in your mountain. Like maybe grateful to have 2 feet on the ground again. To have this connection that's with you always, everywhere you go. And breathe your breath in. Let it empty. Take a vinyasa. You can reach up, you could lift your heels, you could look up, you might close your eyes. Like move through and use it as a framework. Flow in anything you want to flow in. Right? It could be cat-cows. It could be handstands, anything in between. Let's meet in child's pose very briefly. Just this opportunity to, kind of like you started, get a lot of connection, body to ground. Rather than holding anything up, kind of give in to the weight of your body, sink down. And when you're ready, rock forward into swan pose or tabletop. As you inhale, your toes could lift with your heart. Child's pose as you exhale, rock it back. Take a few rocks if you like, if they're gonna like help smooth things out, help reestablish connection or fluidity. 2, 3 more. Your Ujjayi breath full and complete. And this pull of your low belly, this connection to Uddiyana Bandha, right? Designed so that you can have support to rise from. Uddiyana means flying upward. Down dog is where we'll meet. Real good. Down dog, let your head be heavy, like all 15 pounds of it. Let it drop. Take your right leg to the sky, bend your knee, stack your hip. If you want one more flip, don't wait for me to tell you, just go. Right, like heed that call from within. As you exhale, bring your knee over to your left shoulder, connect. You wanted to lift your left arm here, take a little arm balance, a fallen triangle, be my guest. This is yours. And then switch your hands, side plank, other side. One more time, tree on its side. Maybe it's a rock star. Maybe you grab your toe, you kick up. Right, wherever you choose to go, mindfully half pigeon is where we'll meet. Right shin down. Good. Heart up, perhaps for a moment. Create space. And then move into the space you just made. Take your rest. Drop your head, drop your chest. And you return your attention back to that feel of solid ground beneath you, here with you. Like this steady constant. No matter what gets stirred up or shook up outside or inside. And give your weight to it, the weight of anything extra along with it. Last few breaths here. See if with every out breath, perhaps you can just kind of melt into the ground. When you're ready, lift your chest, bring your back leg forward for a seated tree. Your left foot extending, your right foot stays tucked in. You can kind of shimmy your sit bones back. And you can stay, just sit upright. You can reach up if you like. And then take the fold over your extended leg. Just let your hands land wherever they want to land today. It might be your ankle, it might not. It might be the floor. You feel into the backs of your hips, press them into the ground. Press the back of your left leg into the ground. And let your heart melt over it. And gently lift your chest and bring your right hand behind your right hip. Plant it so that your fingers face away from your body. Keep your left leg strong like tree pose and lift your hips, lift your chest. Take a long stretch, left arm up and over your head, little back bend action in your tree shape. Yeah, lovely guys. When you're ready, let both of your hips lower to the floor and then just pick your feet up. Come through hammock pose. And in hammock, you can point your toes, you can keep your knees bent, hands are on the floor hovering. Take an inhale, cross your ankles, vinyasa. You can step back, swing through, go through, handstand through, whatever calls. You can come right into half pigeon other side, or left leg can lift. You're welcome to bend your knee. Take one more flip. We're going to take your left leg back up into the air with an inhale. Pass through any needed noses. Any final side planks or fallen triangles. And then eventually into that half pigeon left side. And it's like when you feel called, right, like back to earth, right, like heed that call. Like I know for me, when I get really shaken up, when I get really shook up, there's just this intuitive draw back down to ground. I feel it in my bones, earth calling me home. Right, like, and thank goodness for this inborn connection with us from the day that we were born, maybe even like before then. And otherwise we'd be spinning off in the stars somewhere in outer space. And we're like from the earth, from this connection, we have that ability to look up and appreciate the stars, the space around us, the space within us. And whether it looks like creation or destruction or chaos or order, so very often a matter of our perspective, where we're looking from. Last few breaths, see where is available just to soften into the dirt of the earth. And then when you're ready, back leg forward, seated tree, Janu Shirshasana. Right foot forward, left foot tucked in. Stay seated upright. You can reach up if you like. Create a little space in your spine to get with you into the bow, chest over thigh. Shoulders relax. Keep trusting in this support beneath you so that you can kind of just soften everywhere else.
ready, lift your chest, bring your left hand to the floor behind your left hip, and then scoop up your hips. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Make your little tree shape into a lovely opening. And when you're ready, 2 feet to the ground. Take both of your legs out in front of you. Dandasana staff. Shimmy your sit bones back. One more time, reach up, crown through your sit bones. Then fold forward over your legs. Easy breaths here in your sides, back in your body. And here as you press your legs into the ground, your seat into the ground. Let each and every out breath be that opportunity to get into it a little more. Let's take a fish pose. Go ahead, lift your chest, keep your legs extended, or you can always take them into like that full lotus, half lotus variation. Bring your hands underneath your hips, elbows to the floor, forearms to the floor, and then lift your chest like there was a golden string, right? Like attaching your heart to the heavens above. Go ahead and take one more big breath into the lift. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out, and then slide onto the ground. Take any final full body stretches or happy babies or twists, like whatever feels right? Like that internal call. And earth, if earth is calling you home, like heed that call above all. Shavasana, we'd see. When I was in my car today and driving and just feeling these 60-mile-per-hour gusts of winds like slamming into my car and shaking me and my car along with it, and getting me all rattled. I was looking outside the windows and watching the trees, and they didn't look shook or rattled. They just had this beautiful, easy movement in their branches. It was much more like a dance than a battle, much more just like a dance. We had that depth of connection to the earth, but that easy fluidity in their branches, even in their trunk. And so they weren't getting knocked over, they weren't getting snapped, right? They were just getting that easy breeze. And so maybe it is this feel of solid ground beneath you in your Shavasana. Start to reawaken, feel into the movement of your breath. As your senses start to reawaken, take in your space and the space around you, sounds and smells and sights. And even as you start to make your way through any transitions that feel organic, that feel natural, like out of your shavasana into the rest of your day, like carrying with you this memory, the ground beneath you, support within you, and this ability to be in this lovely dance, this flow, all as it is. And so when you're ready, let yourself be carried into that seat of yours. Let your palms reunite together over your heart. A nourishing breath in and a cleansing breath out. The sound of creation. One up. From heart center to wisdom center. May our good work be to the benefit of every single living thing. Namaste.
Namaste.